Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about giving up, losing motivation. Now, if you were worried that I was losing motivation and all that stuff, don't worry, that's not the case. I've been messing around with synthesizers for many years, doing YouTube for about 5 years now. And just like everybody else, I do have my ups, my downs. Life isn't all peaches and creams and rainbows. And since I'm human and I've had my own times in life where maybe I've almost given up on art, given up on music, I thought maybe I could help you with my mindset and you could use what applies to you. First and foremost, I think you should never lose motivation off the fact that you're just not creating good music. Maybe you're even having a long-term dry spell in the fact that you're just not creating anything interesting that you enjoy. No matter how great skill or what genre, nobody makes great music all the time and everybody hits a dry spell. I think the most important part is just creating, staying in the process, doing something. Maybe you're not motivated enough to turn on a bunch of gear and record and get really complicated with it. Sometimes turning on just a simple piano patch or a simple pad and just playing some keys for 15 minutes a day, that's enough. Actually turning on just a sample preset that really hits me hard and just playing some keys, getting lost in it for like 10-15 minutes, I found is one of the best ways to get some quick release off some music. And sometimes that's all I need. Sometimes I don't have the drive to turn everything on, turn on all the gear, get it all rigged up, start recording songs. I think it's important to never just overdrive, never push yourself so far to burnout. But at the same time, try to keep as active as possible, even if it's just a little bit of dabbling. I think overall this comes around to just focusing on long-term goals and never get lost on focusing on short-term results. Always remember the reason why you picked up your first synth, you picked up your first anything. Are you truly losing drive in that? Because I do think if you're starting to lose your long-term drive, that could be a reflection or signal you are starting to fade out from whatever hobby you stepped into. But many times that's not the case. It's the short-term drive, the short-term goals. We end up focusing on those, and that's the reason we get frustrated. That's the reason we quit. So if you stepped into the game just to explore some music, do some stuff, then you started releasing music and not many people are interested in the music you make. Don't let that fact ever drive down the original reason why you started making music. You just wanted to pick up some stuff and have some fun in your back room in your studio. Don't ever let those short-term results override the reason why you entered the creative hobby. I think keeping a healthy balance of doing something while not burning yourself out and letting yourself just naturally get those bursts of creativity. Ultimately, you should never turn your creative hobby into work. It's good to get some income, it's good to get some extra funding, but never make it something you don't want to do. You have to do every day that you eventually get burned out. If you end up getting funding in a manner that feels like play, that's something you love to do, then that's the way to go. That's definitely a road to take. For example, I've slowed down my uploads for the last few months on YouTube because I personally need to take just a little break. I've been so gun-ho on music and creating and YouTube for the last 5 years. There's a few other aspects of my life that I really want to take time, focus on, and kind of put YouTube on a little bit of a back burner for a few months, give myself a little bit of rest. And I did this all knowing that December in the holiday season is really the best time to go all in within the YouTube algorithm because this is the time you see the best payout percentage with ads. And to be 100% honest, I'll probably be going full bore again right about when the percentages hit the all-time low for the year, because that's what happens right after Christmas. And just like everything else, the first quarter is just pretty slow. But as I've been saying, you really need to pace yourself. You really need to have something that you love to do. That's something you can do long-term. Again, only you know you. Everybody's different. This is what I use my mindset to kind of help me when I'm going through my ups, my downs, how I control my flow of creativity, when it's at its peak, when I gotta pull it back a little bit. And maybe that'll help some people out there with their creative habits, especially if you feel like you're getting burnt out or maybe even want to quit. I would love to hear your opinion and your tips, your mindset on this topic. And as always, stay positive, stay creative, support each other, and peace.